I guess just your impressions on this one, 5-2. Did you like what you saw out there for the most part tonight?
Yeah, we had some good moments. I thought we started the game well. We had good pace. St. Louis had some ozone time. There's some stuff we can learn from that, but we found a way to finish the game, which was good. Yeah, there's some stuff to build off. Let's put it that way.
Brad, I watched Patrick Laine tonight. So his games are so often judged by the goals he scores or if he scores a goal. Were there elements in there, though, of his game that you didn't see last year? I'm thinking of his back check to break up the 2-on-1, pass on the power play, the things you're hoping to see. Have you started to see them from him?
Yeah, I think so. I think, one thing with Patty, he put the work in this summer. Number one, we talked about that, about making sure you're coming in good shape. He checked that box right away. Two, it's a fresh start for him. You can tell. You can tell just how he's carrying himself, how he's talking, and he's excited about the season. So he's putting in the work in the game. It's the first game, with his line mates, and it's hard. It's exhibition, but I like that there was some effort there. And again, there's long ways to go here, but he made a good impression, especially coming out of the summer.
And are you starting to see, this is Jake's first game, but you're starting to see with the element that he can bring, Jake Voracek, that is for the playmaking, that I'm thinking of the pass on the power play here.
Yeah, Jake's he's been a producer for a long time at the NHL. What I really like about Jake is just his passion to play. I think he's 13, 14 years in the league, and he still gets excited to play even tonight. I'm sure once regular season hits, the juices are a little bit flowing harder and higher, but he just loves to play the game of hockey, and it's infectious for our guys. It's good for our group. He practices, he works hard, he's competitive. We play these games at the end, and he's really angry when they lose. I don't know if it's more because they have to skate or it's just he really wants to win. That's still up for debate, but he's got a knack to make plays. He finds those holes. He does a real good job of helping his line mates in that way. So, I'm not going to judge him on an exhibition game. I think it's the whole body of work for his career.
Lars, you had Sillinger between Laine and Voracek there for a while. That can be a heady place for an 18-year-old. How do you feel like he handled that? Again, I know it was only an exhibition game, but how do you feel like he handled that situation?
Yeah, he did okay. Yeah, it's, I was trying to get him out against NHL players, either Parayko, Scandella, or the other line, the NHL line there with Thomas, and as much as I could just to see what it looks like. I think it's, when you're looking at him, if he's going to play with guys like that, that's who you're going to be playing against. So, and even a notch up higher, as we know, when you start playing the big games. So I thought he did fine. It's his second game and first home game. I'm sure there's nerves and excitement and all that. So they'll have a day off tomorrow for everybody, and we'll get back to work here the next day.
Brad, you've had 2 games now with Chinekov preseason. What can you say about his play? We know he can shoot. What can you say about his play without the puck, his play in the other areas of the game?
He's impressed me with his work. Everybody talks about a shot. A shot's it's lethal. We know that part of it, but he thinks the game. And again, we haven't done a lot of structure stuff. We haven't done a lot of teaching like individually for him. So watching him, his instincts and how he plays, he doesn't quit on plays. He's really good at reading the rush. Coming in the zone, he's got his head on a swivel. He's looking for late guys. He's slowing up. He knows when he's got to speed up. He finishes his shifts. He's got a great gear, and he uses his speed wisely, I think, in most times. So, again, there's lots to grow from there, but I've been really impressed in how he's handled himself in the camp and now in these games, too.
I don't know how much work, if any at all, you guys have gotten on power play in practices or anything like that, but just the limited amount of games that you've played. Feels like the power play, it's not hurting you, and you guys are scoring goals on it. Are you happy with just the base stuff that you've seen so far?
Sure, yeah. It's funny, you had these like Sillinger and Chinekov, all of a sudden it changes the dynamic just with their skill set, and you see it. They got to respect Chinekov's shot. Sillinger's got a really good knack of turning the corner, and he's got a lethal shot. It's different than Chinekov's, but it's equally as dangerous and heavy. So they shoot differently, but you watch those guys release a puck, like that first power play, I don't think anybody caught it, but he hit the top of the crossbar. He turned the corner, it was a great shot, it was a rocket. So when you get these one-and-done shooters, as I call them, now you got something, and you know, obviously you got Patrick and you got Jake, who's a passer, and you saw. So we haven't worked on a lot. The first week wasn't about getting into that. You got 67 guys. It's a little bit different. After this, the cut day here tonight, we're going to make some roster moves and kind of get more to our group or looking like our group. Bigger groups, we're going to start kind of digging into that a bit more.
Are you down to 2 groups after tomorrow?
We will be, yeah.
Can you say how many guys you're setting loose tonight?
No.
Okay.
But you'll find out.
In the morning. Find out in the morning. Last one.
I know you defer to Manny, obviously, on goaltending stuff, but, you know, Tarasoff does get in there tonight. Looked huge in net, seemed like, you know. Just how impressive is it to watch him, you know, from ice level and see some of the stuff he's able to do at that size?
Yeah, well, size jumps out at you right away, right? He's a big man in the net. I said to Pazzi, I looked down and I go, man, you don't see a lot of net when he gets to the top of the blue. But what I liked, I thought he looked very calm and in control tonight. He trusts his size. You know, there were some plays, especially the second period, they were killing us inside, and we weren't very good. But he's so big, he gets out, he gets to the top of the crease, and he's very athletic. You can see that he reacts well to even that. He hasn't played much hockey over here, so for his game tonight, I thought he looked really, really good.